Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time doing another Christmas review, and this one is on Jack Frost 1998 Christmas film review. Now, as you know, Jack Frost is a 1998 dark fantasy drama film that starred Michael Keaton as the character Jack Frost. Now, the premise of the film is meant to be about Jack Frost, who is meant to sort of be the lead singer of his band, the Jack Frost Band, as well as being the father of his son Charlie. And you can tell Charlie's character and him do connect well. You can tell that, yeah, Jack does try to, balance his home life with his band life. And there are moments that you can kind of tell he does try to keep his promise, but sometimes it's not going to happen. And you can kind of tell his wife, Gabby, does get annoyed with it. And after tragically dying in a car crash accident, and after almost a year, you can kind of tell Charlie does sink into depression, and it really does hit that element close to home, where you can kind of tell he becomes more cold and distant, sort of, feels more like he wants to sort of want things to be back the way they are. And after playing the harmonica his father gives him, Jack ends up becoming a snowman. And throughout the movie, the premise is always simple. It's meant to say, what if you were given a second chance to set things right? And throughout it, we see how Jack and Charlie do reconnect and do try to, be together. Now, I would say what the movie does well at, it's meant to show that, yeah, sometimes in life we want to have that second chance to make things right, and we want to, set things right before it's too late. And I kind of feel with them not telling the mother till the end is a bit of a nitpick, because it'd probably be a lot easier if they just told him. And I understand that Jack didn't want to shock her too much. And I think this was always a problem with some shows or films. It'd be a lot easier if they just told the parent or character what's really going on. And I do feel when you kind of have the bully character, Roy, it kind of feels like him sort of helping out at the end seems a little enforced, but you can kind of tell he's kind of the bully for a reason. Again, when you kind of have the bully characters, you want them to sort of start to sympathise with the protagonist. And I think this did work well with Kevin, with Ed in These Big Picture Show. And I think it also worked with Flash Thompson in Amazing Spider-Man. Even though that film was terrible, they still redeemed Flash and showed him not a complete bad guy. And I do admit some songs really do play the ball well, because when you kind of got Charlie sort of trying to play his hockey game, well, Jack and his band playing their song for the big gig, you can kind of tell it more like tries to synchronize it quite well. And when you kind of got Jack as the snowman and Charlie sort of getting away from the bullies, they really do have a more extreme song for it, and it does work. And when you kind of got the song at the end being played, it's more like life moves on, people move on, and it's best to continue the memories of what people were, but focus on what you have now. And I do feel when you kind of got Jack Frost's band member, who's meant to sort of be the keyboard player, it's easily implied that the reason why he helps out Gabby and Charlie is that he does feel responsible for what happened to Jack. And yeah, we've all been there when we felt a bit responsible and feeling what if I'd done this? What if I had done that? So you can kind of tell he does try to play the surrogate uncle role, which does sort of work. And by the end of it, Jack Frost is a hit and miss, but it's still enjoyable. So I think it deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.